Why eating minimally processed foods can double your weight loss. Here's a shocking truth. Even when ultra-processed foods are designed to be healthy, they still fall short compared to minimally processed meals when it comes to weight loss. But here's where it gets controversial. A groundbreaking study has found that people in the United Kingdom lost twice as much weight by eating home-cooked meals compared to store-bought ultra-processed options, even when those options were considered nutritious. This raises a critical question. Is the processing itself the problem? Or is it something deeper about how these foods interact with our bodies? Dr. Kevin Hall, a renowned researcher and former senior investigator at the U.S. National Institutes of Health, led this eye-opening study. He's one of the few scientists in the world conducting controlled clinical trials on ultra-processed foods. This study shows that even when an ultra-processed diet meets nutritional guidelines, people will still lose more weight eating a minimally processed diet, Hall explained. And this isn't just any study, it's the largest and longest randomized controlled clinical trial of its kind to date. Hall's earlier work, which involved sequestering healthy volunteers in a clinic for a month at a time, revealed that people on an ultra-processed diet consumed about 500 more calories daily and gained weight compared to those on a minimally processed diet with the same calorie and nutrient content. And this is the part most people miss. The weight loss in the new study, though modest at 2% of baseline weight over 8 weeks, could translate to a significant 13% reduction in men and 9% in women over a year, according to study author Samuel Dicken. That's without even trying to cut back on food intake. The study, published in Nature Medicine, provided 55 overweight participants in the UK with either ultra-processed or minimally processed meals and snacks for 8 weeks. After a break, they switched diets for another 8 weeks. Participants were free to eat as much or as little of the 4,000 daily calories provided as they liked. While the participant number might seem small, such trials are expensive and logistically challenging. Minimally processed foods like fruits, vegetables, meat, milk, and eggs are typically prepared in their natural state according to the NOVA classification system. In contrast, ultra-processed foods often contain additives rarely used in home cooking and undergo extensive industrial processing. These foods are usually high in calories, sugar, sodium, and saturated fat, and low in fiber, linking them to weight gain, obesity, and chronic conditions like cancer. Here's the twist. Researchers in this study deliberately created a healthy, ultra-processed diet, carefully selecting foods that met recommended levels of fruits, vegetables, fiber, and lower levels of salt, sugar, and saturated fats. Both diets adhered to the UK's Eat Well guide, ensuring they were nutritionally balanced. Yet, the results were surprising. Participants on the ultra-processed diet ate 120 fewer calories daily and lost a small amount of weight, while those on the minimally processed diet ate 290 fewer calories daily, losing more weight and body fat. Why? Marion Nessel, a nutrition expert, suggests that people might have found the minimally processed diet less appealing. They deemed the minimally processed diet less tasty, she noted, highlighting the difference between real, fresh foods and commercially packaged, healthy, ultra-processed options. But here's the real kicker. Despite the ultra-processed diet being healthier than participants' usual intake, it still didn't measure up. This raises a provocative question. Are we missing something fundamental about how processed foods affect our bodies, even when they're nutritionally sound? Interestingly, the study found that while triglyceride levels were lower in the minimally processed group, LDL, bad cholesterol, actually decreased more in the ultra-processed group. Dietitian Dimitrios Koutoukides suggests this could mean that processing might not be as critical for heart health if the foods meet healthy eating guidelines. But more research is needed to confirm this. Dr. Hall's ongoing research supports these findings, showing that modifying ultra-processed diets to reduce calorie density and highly palatable foods can offset some negative effects. The takeaway? Focus on nutrient quality regardless of processing levels. Read labels. Choose foods low in salt, fat, sugar, and calories, and high in fiber. And avoid additives with unpronounceable names. Now, here's where you come in. Do you think the processing itself is the problem? Or is it more about the types of foods we're eating? Could a healthy, ultra-processed diet ever truly compete with minimally processed meals? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's spark a conversation.